Hi all. Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Hi, everybody. Well, I just returned from my son's graduation. We're all exhausted. We're all taking naps before we go out to dinner tonight. Ugh. I feel like a 50-pound weight was taken off. I mean, you can't explain it. When you have a special child, you know, you're like, let's get them through elementary school, check. Let's get them through middle school, check. Let's get them through high school, check. Let's get them through college, check. Now let's see if he can get a job and hold it. You know what I mean? It's like, that'll be the last check mark. It's kind of how it'll work out. Okay. So this video covers, there's been a lot going on with the royal family. So I'm going to cover this, and this also includes a visit that Secret Weapon Sophie took. It's the Christmas Carol special, some stuff that King Charles has been doing. So let's just cover all of that. And then the next video after this will be Netflix Part 5. Okay, let's get to it.
We are starting off with the Prince and Princess of Wales Christmas card. Looks like a beautiful card. The kids look happy, healthy, and gorgeous. Good for them. Next up, we have Charles at Buckingham Palace. He held audiences with incoming ambassadors. One from the Italian Republic. I'm sorry, I'm not even going to try to give the name. And one was from the Republic of Kazakhstan. I hope I'm saying that correctly. All right, next up, at Westminster Hall, the king unveiled a plaque to mark the place of the lying in state of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Here he is arriving. Watch this. Now, while he's walking in, an elderly woman dropped her walking stick, and without batting an eye, Charles picked it up and handed it to her. It was hilarious. Watch this. Then he got to the end, and they unveiled the plaque. Watch this. He was emotional, but he looked at the plaques, talked about them, and then it was time to leave. Here's some snippets for you. Watch this.
Yeah, of course. I know.
Next up, Secret Weapon, wow, I can't even say it. Secret Weapon Sophie attended a Royal Navy passing out parade. And doesn't she look just lovely? I like that style hat on her. And she's always smiling and looks happy. But I kept looking at that jacket going, I've seen that before somewhere. I've seen that before. Well, come to find out she wore it in 2020 with Edward. All right, moving on to the Westminster Abbey. See, I said it right. The Night of Carols that was set up by Princess of Wales, Catherine Middleton. Here she is arriving from two separate angles. Watch this. So she arrived alone, went inside, and started greeting some of the guests. Here's some different snippets to show you. But before that, I just have to say, I love this burgundy wine-colored jacket that she was rocking with the matching shoes. Very festive, very Christmassy. Okay, now she went in to greet all of the guests that were waiting inside. Watch this. And just an FYI, here's Johnny. Looking dapper. Okay, here we go.
Nice to meet all of you. Gosh, there's so many of you, aren't there? No wonder it sounded so good. Nice to meet you. Hello. Very nice to meet you. Thank you very much for coming.
Then she went over and greeted this adorable little boy and had something to say to him and his parents.
How are you? Nice to see you. How are you doing? Have you come here?
Mommy and Daddy.
Hi. Hello. Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet
Daddy
you.
over there.
Daddy over there. Yeah. Have you seen on the London buses?
Next up, she greeted some of the performers. And if you listen, one of them said something about her singing voice, and she had some thoughts about that. Watch this.
Hello, nice to see you. Good. Okay, great session. Yeah.
The children will be very thrilled to see you. Have you sort of feel something? Thank you. I really appreciate it. I know how busy this time of year is for everybody, so trying to feed in another thing into your diary. So thank you. Hello. Yeah, very nice to see you again. Yeah, very well. Are you wearing your sequins this evening?
No, I thought he's back on the sequence. But I didn't love that.
Now, while Catherine was in the church greeting a lot of the singing guests and a lot of the people, here comes the rest of the family. So here's Eugenie and her husband, Jack. Lord and Lady Frederick Windsor, son and daughter-in-law of Prince and Princess Michael of Kent. This is them arriving, looking lovely. Then we have Beatrice and her husband. And of course, when they got inside, they went around greeting everybody. Watch this. Next up, Lady Gabriella Kingston and her parents, Prince and Princess Michael of Kent. Next up, the Duchess of Gloucester arrived. I loved her dress. I love that green color on her. I thought she looked very nice. Next up, Secret Weapon Sophie arrived. Now, interestingly enough, her husband and the children, as far as I can tell, were not there, but she looked lovely nonetheless. Next up, we have Pippa and her husband, the parents of Catherine and Pippa, and of course, Zara Phillips. They were all pictured arriving. Now, as you can see, they were being escorted in by, military personnel, I guess is what you would call it. So Pippa and her husband and the parents were escorted in together with one military person. And then, of course, when they all got to the end, everybody was greeting each other. Here's some other people being escorted in. The gentleman on the left in the red jacket, he's military. I mean, everybody's being escorted in. The problem is there's one person that we don't know who he is, and it's not Johnny. He's looking as dapper as ever. But no, I have a different person that I want to know who it is. And yes, that's Johnny escorting a different family member in. Now, this is the Queen's first cousin, Prince Richard, the Duke of Gloucester. Who is this man walking him down the aisle? Because he's going to give Johnny a run for his money. That's all I can say. So after Catherine was done greeting everybody inside, she went outside to meet William and the kids. Watch this. walked in together looking very happy. I have to tell you, with everything going on, they really held it together. And they went in and they met with I guess they're the higher up church officials, and they went around shaking hands. Anyway, here's a snippet for you. Watch this. Now, it was right after that that Charles and Camilla arrived and were escorted in. Watch this. He looked very handsome. She looked lovely. They were escorted into the building. Same procedure as William and Catherine. Say hello to everybody. But what I loved was then they went over and gave a hug and kiss to George and Charlotte. And then the big one. Watch this. And for those who missed it, the first public curtsy to the King and Queen by Princess of Wales, Catherine Middleton. Now remember, you guys won't actually be able to stream this service for a little while, but eventually you will be able to see it. But look at Catherine with Charlotte there. She's such a reassuring, calm mother. Anyway, you notice there's no candles in their hands there. Then all of a sudden they're standing and there's lit candles in each of their hands. So I'll be interested to watch this when it streams, when I'm available to see it. But I'm sure it was a lovely service. If it's anything even close to what it was last year, it will be phenomenal. So then it was time to leave. Look how handsome George is. He's a good looking boy. And Charlotte's pretty too, but he's really going to be a looker. So they gather the kids together. They walk outside. Of course, they have to stop and chat for a minute. And then they help the kids to the car. Watch this. Nicely done. Now, of course, right after William and George and Catherine and Charlotte leave, then here comes the king and queen. Now, to be fair, they may have left first. I'm not sure about the whole order, but then you've got, Camilla and Charles leaving. Then you see Sophie leaving. Prince Edward, the Duke of Kent, was seen leaving with his walking stick. Mike Tyndall and Prince and Princess Michael of Kent's daughter, Lady Kingston, were seen joking around outside. And I love the fact that it was snowing. Just lends to the photos. Oh, and by the way, Meghan's comment about how you're never supposed to wear the same color as senior royals, that's like a protocol thing. Yeah, I think they subtly proved that was not true. Now, it's very obvious that people in the UK have planted themselves directly behind William and Catherine. And there were some fans there who praised William and Catherine and who had a sign that basically said, you need to tell Harry some truths. So, yeah, there you go. Now we're going to round out with something interesting. King Charles went to a Jewish community center and went to visit, and in the end, he actually got up and danced the hora. This is a dance that's done at bar mitzvahs and weddings, and, he got out there and did the traditional dance with them, which I think is amazing. And these are Holocaust survivors that he's dancing with. And I love that. He's not letting what Harry and Meghan are doing get to him. And before he left, they gave him a beautiful menorah. I just love the design on that one. Gorgeous. Now, I want to end this video with the statement that was put out by Buckingham Palace with this woman, Marlene, who, founded Sister Space. And what they said was the meeting took place between Marlene and Lady Susan Hussey to address what happened at the palace reception. Now, according to this statement, the meeting was warmth and understanding, and Lady Susan gave another apology and pledged to deepen her awareness of the sensitivities involved and is grateful for the opportunity to learn about issues. And Marlene, and then they put Marlene, who was unfairly receiving the most appalling torrent of abuse, has accepted this apology and appreciates no malice was intended. Interesting that they say that now that she's made the rounds and was caught lying on TV about whether she'd ever tweeted about Meghan Markle. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, it says that the royal households will continue their focus on inclusion and diversity, blah, blah, blah. And now Marlene and Lady Susan asked to be left in peace to rebuild their lives. Yeah, Miss Susan is fine. Marlene, on the other hand, is still in the middle of an investigation because it looks like she's been doing something illegal with the funds that have been given. And also, she's now been accused of racism and discrimination. Yeah, pot, kettle, black. The palace then released this photo. Notice that Marlene doesn't have that funky outfit on and her hair is out of her face. Yeah. I wonder if Charles and Camilla asked her about the tweet, where she accused them of physically abusing Meghan. All right, you guys, you know what I want. Leave those comments and make them good. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified. People are telling me they keep missing the lives. If you don't click the button for all notifications, yes, you're going to continue to miss the lives. It just is what it is. Don't forget to go into the description box, and my links are there for Twitter, Getter, Rumble, my email, my Patreon. For those of you who've donated money through my coffee fund and through the thanks button, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.